Welcome to the ultimate destination for state quarter dollar, coin collectors, and treasure hunters. Discover the hidden value behind the iconic 50 state quarters, from rare mint errors to high-value coins worth thousands of dollars. Whether it's Arizona, Indiana, Missouri, or any other state, we break down real coin values, rare varieties, and auction secrets you don't want to miss. If you love coin collecting or want to know if your pocket change is valuable, this is the channel for you. First coin. The 2007 Utah State Quarter with a P mint mark, found in circulated fine condition. At first glance, this coin looks like nothing more than a standard 25-cent piece, something you might receive in change at a shop or keep in a jar at home. But for collectors and coin enthusiasts, even a common-looking coin like this can carry a fascinating story and, in rare cases, surprising value. In today's discussion, we are looking at a version of this coin that has reached an estimated auction value of $4,000, showing how condition, rarity, and unique features can completely transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. The 2007 Utah Quarter is part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, one of the most successful coin series ever released by the United States Mint. This program ran from 1999 to 2008 and celebrated each U.S. state with its own unique design. The Utah Quarter features a powerful and symbolic image of two locomotives meeting at the Golden Spike, representing the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad and the idea of unity across the nation. This design alone makes the coin historically significant and appealing to collectors who appreciate both history and art in their collections. Coin identifier. The P mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 2007, millions of these quarters were produced in Philadelphia, with mintage numbers reaching over 250 million coins. Because of this high production, most 2007 Utah quarters are extremely common and typically worth only their face value when found in circulated condition. However, the coin we are discussing today is not just any ordinary example. Its value comes from specific characteristics that set it apart from the majority. Coin identifier +1. This particular coin is described as being in circulated fine condition, meaning it has been used in everyday transactions but still retains clear and visible design details. The trains on the reverse side remain identifiable, and the portrait of George Washington on the obverse is still sharp enough to appreciate. Coins in fine condition often show moderate wear but maintain their overall structure and design. While most circulated coins lose value, certain rare varieties or coins with unique features can still command high prices even in this condition. So what makes this 2007 P Utah Quarter potentially worth $4,000? The answer lies in rarity, grading, and especially mint errors or exceptional preservation within circulated categories. Under normal circumstances, circulated 2007 quarters are worth only about $0.25 to $0.30, with even slightly better examples rarely exceeding $1. However, when a coin has a rare error, such as a double die crack, off-center strike, or missing clad layer, its value can increase dramatically. Collectors are always searching for these unusual characteristics because they make each coin unique. Link. Another important factor is the quality of the strike. Some coins, even when circulated, show unusually strong details due to a better strike at the mint. These coins can stand out among others and attract attention from collectors who are building high-quality sets. Additionally, coins that survive in better-than-expected condition for their age and usage can sometimes achieve premium prices, especially if they are professionally graded and certified. The role of grading services cannot be ignored when discussing a coin with a value of $4. Professional grading companies evaluate coins based on condition, authenticity, and overall quality. Once a coin is graded and encapsulated, it becomes easier to sell and often commands a higher price in the market. For a circulated Utah Quarter to reach such a high value, it would likely need to be authenticated and recognized as a rare variety or error coin by a respected grading service. Collectors should also understand that the coin market is driven by demand. The 50 State Quarters series remains incredibly popular, and many collectors aim to complete full sets or find rare variations within each state's issue. This ongoing demand helps maintain interest and value, especially for coins that are considered unusual or difficult to find. While the Utah Quarter is generally common, special examples can stand out and become highly desirable. If you are someone who collects coins or simply checks your change from time to time, this coin serves as a reminder to pay attention to details. Look closely at the design, check for mint marks, and examine the coin for any unusual features. Even small differences can indicate something rare. Using a magnifying glass or comparing your coin with verified examples online can help you identify whether you have something valuable. It is also important to manage expectations. While stories of coins worth thousands of dollars are exciting, the vast majority of coins in circulation are not rare. Most 2007 Utah quarters will still only be worth their face value. However, the possibility of finding a rare error or an exceptional example keeps collectors engaged and makes the hobby exciting. The idea that a simple quarter could be worth thousands adds an element of treasure hunting to everyday life. This next coin, the 2003 Missouri State Quarter with a D mint mark, found in circulated fine condition. At first glance, this coin looks like any ordinary quarter you might receive in change, but for collectors and coin enthusiasts, certain examples of this coin have reached impressive values in today's auction market, with some estimated as high as $8 zeroth. This shows how even modern coins can hold surprising worth when rarity, condition, and unique features come together. The 2003 Missouri Quarter is part of the widely popular 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008 and celebrated each state with its own unique design. The Missouri coin features an image of the famous Lewis and Clark expedition, showing explorers traveling along the Missouri River, with the Gateway Arch in the background. This design represents the state's important role in westward expansion and American history. On the obverse side, the coin carries the familiar portrait of George Washington, making it instantly recognizable to anyone who uses U.S. currency. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. In 2003, the Denver Mint produced millions of Missouri quarters, which means most of them are very common and typically only worth their face value. However, not all coins are created equal. Small variations during the minting process can result in rare and valuable coins that stand out from the rest. These variations are what collectors search for, and they are the reason why a simple quarter can sometimes be worth thousands of dollars. The coin we are discussing is described as being in circulated fine condition. This means it has been used in everyday transactions and shows visible wear, but still retains clear details in the design. The explorers, the river, and the Gateway Arch are still visible, and the overall structure of the coin remains intact. Coins in fine condition are appreciated by collectors because they reflect real-life use while still preserving enough detail to be collectible. Even though it is not in perfect condition, the presence of rare features can still make it extremely valuable. One of the key reasons a 2003 D Missouri quarter can reach a value of $8,000 is the presence of mint errors or unusual characteristics. These may include doubled dies, where parts of the design appear duplicated, die cracks that create raised lines on the surface, or off-center strikes where the design is not properly aligned. Other possible errors include missing clad layers, weak strikes, or unusual surface textures. These features are often difficult to spot without careful inspection, but they are highly prized by collectors because they make each coin unique. Another important factor is the quality of the strike. Even among circulated coins, some examples stand out because they were struck with exceptional detail at the mint. These coins may show sharper lines, clearer features, and better overall appearance compared to others. When such a coin is combined with a rare error or variety, its value can increase dramatically. Collectors are always looking for coins that are slightly different from the norm, and these differences can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable collectible. Authentication and grading play a major role in determining whether a coin can truly reach a value of $8. Zeroth professional grading services carefully examine the coin to confirm its authenticity, identify any errors or unique features, and assign it a grade based on its condition. Once a coin is certified, it becomes much more attractive to buyers because it comes with a guarantee of authenticity. This is especially important for high-value coins, as collectors want to be sure they are investing in something genuine. The demand for state quarters also contributes to the value of rare examples. The 50 State Quarters program remains one of the most collected coin series in the United States. Many collectors aim to complete full sets, while others focus on finding rare varieties within each state's issue. This ongoing interest keeps the market active and creates opportunities for certain coins to achieve higher values, especially when they have unique characteristics. If you happen to come across a 2003 Missouri quarter, it is worth taking a closer look. Check for the D mint mark, examine the details of the design, and look carefully for any unusual features. Using a magnifying glass can help reveal small errors that are not visible to the naked eye. Comparing your coin with known examples of rare varieties can also help you determine whether it might be valuable. While most coins will be common, the possibility of finding something rare makes the search exciting. It is important to remember that not every Missouri quarter will be worth thousands of dollars. The majority of these coins are still worth only 25 cents. However, the existence of rare and valuable examples shows that hidden treasures can sometimes be found in everyday change. This is what makes coin collecting such an engaging and rewarding hobby. The idea that a simple coin could be worth thousands adds a sense of adventure to something as ordinary as checking your pocket change. This next coin, the 2022 Dr. Sally Ride quarter with a D mint mark, found in circulated fine condition. At first glance, this coin may look like any ordinary quarter you receive in your daily change, but for collectors, it carries historical importance and, in rare cases, surprising value. In today's auction market, certain examples of this coin have reached values of up to $1,000, proving that even very recent coins can become valuable under the right conditions. This coin is part of the American Women Quarters program, a special series introduced by the United States Mint to honor influential women who made a lasting impact on American history. The 2022 issue featuring Sally Ride is especially significant because she was the first American woman to travel into space, inspiring millions around the world. The reverse design of the coin shows Dr. Sally Ride next to a space shuttle window, symbolizing her groundbreaking achievements in science and space exploration. This unique and meaningful design makes the coin attractive not only to collectors, but also to those who appreciate history and innovation. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, maintaining the traditional look of the quarter dollar. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities responsible for circulating coins in the United States. In 2022, hundreds of millions of these quarters were produced, meaning that most examples are very common and typically worth only their face value when found in circulation. In circulated fine condition, this coin shows signs of wear from everyday use but still retains clear and visible design details. Dr. Sally Ride's portrait and the space shuttle imagery remain recognizable, while minor scratches and smoothing on the surface reflect its journey through circulation. Coins in this condition are often appreciated because they tell a story of real-world use while still preserving enough detail to be collectible. Under normal circumstances, a circulated 2022 D Dr. Sally Ride quarter is worth only slightly above face value, usually around 25 to 40 cents depending on its condition. However, certain rare examples can reach much higher values, especially when they possess unique mint errors or exceptional characteristics. This is where the possibility of a $1,000 coin comes into play. Link +1. One of the most important factors that can increase the value of this coin is the presence of mint errors. During the production process, small mistakes can occur, creating coins that are different from the standard design. These errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are rare and unique. For the 2022 Dr. Sally Ride quarter, known errors include die clashes, die chips, and unusual markings such as the black eye effect on Washington's cheek or the ghost comet pattern near Dr. Ride's image. Some of these errors have been valued in the range of hundreds to even thousands of dollars, depending on their clarity and rarity. Link. Another factor that can influence value is the overall quality of the strike. Even among circulated coins, some examples stand out because they were struck with greater precision, showing sharper details and better definition. These coins can attract more attention from collectors, especially when combined with an error or unusual feature. A strong strike in a circulated coin can make it more desirable compared to other worn examples. Professional grading also plays a crucial role in determining the true value of a coin. Coins that are authenticated and graded by reputable grading services often sell for higher prices because buyers have confidence in their authenticity and condition. For a 2022 D Dr. Sally Ride quarter to reach a value of $1,000, it would likely need to be verified as a rare error coin or an exceptionally well-preserved example within its category. Collector demand is another key factor. The American Women Quarters program has gained significant popularity, and many collectors are actively searching for complete sets or rare variations within the series. Because the program is relatively new, interest continues to grow, and certain coins are already becoming more desirable. This demand helps drive up prices for rare examples, especially those with unique characteristics. If you have a 2022 Dr. Sally Ride quarter, it is worth taking a closer look. Examine the coin carefully for any unusual features, such as doubling in the design, strange marks, or irregular shapes. Check for the D mint mark and observe the overall quality of the coin. Using a magnifying glass can help you spot details that are not visible to the naked eye. Comparing your coin to verified examples of known errors can also help determine whether it might be valuable. At the same time, it is important to stay realistic. The majority of these coins are common and will only be worth their face value. The idea of a $1,000 quarter is exciting, but it applies only to rare and exceptional examples. Still, the possibility of finding such a coin makes coin collecting an exciting and rewarding hobby. It turns everyday pocket change into a potential treasure hunt. This next coin, the 2002 Indiana State Quarter with a D mint mark, found in circulated fine condition. At first glance, this coin appears completely ordinary, just another quarter in your pocket or loose change, but for collectors and enthusiasts, certain examples of this coin have reached an incredible value of up to $10,000 in today's auction market. This proves that even modern coins can become highly valuable when the right combination of rarity, condition, and unique features is present. The 2002 Indiana Quarter is part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, a historic coin series released by the United States Mint between 1999 and 2008. Each coin in this series represents a different state with a unique design that reflects its heritage and identity. The Indiana Quarter features a beautiful image of a race car, symbolizing the state's deep connection to auto racing, along with an outline of the state and 19 stars representing Indiana as the 19th state to join the Union. This design makes the coin instantly recognizable and adds to its appeal among collectors who appreciate both history and artistry. On the obverse side, the coin displays the familiar portrait of George Washington, which has been a standard feature of the quarter dollar for decades. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities responsible for producing circulating coins in the United States. In 2002, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Indiana quarters, which means that most of them are very common and typically worth only their face value. The coin we are discussing today is described as being in circulated fine condition. This means it has been used in everyday transactions and shows signs of wear, such as slight smoothing of the design and small scratches on the surface. However, the important details of the coin are still visible. The race car, the stars, and the outline of the state remain clear enough to be recognized, and the overall structure of the coin is well preserved. Coins in fine condition are valued by collectors because they reflect real-world use while still maintaining enough detail to be collectible. So what makes a 2002 D Indiana quarter worth as much as $10,000? The answer lies in the presence of rare minting errors or unusual characteristics that set certain coins apart from the millions of others produced. During the minting process, small mistakes can occur, creating coins that are different from the standard design. These errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are rare and unique. Examples of such errors include doubled dies, where parts of the design appear duplicated, off-center strikes where the design is not properly aligned, die cracks that create raised lines on the coin, or missing clad layers that expose the inner core of the coin. Another factor that can increase the value of this coin is the quality of the strike. Even among circulated coins, some examples stand out because they were struck with exceptional detail. These coins may show sharper lines, clearer images, and a more defined design compared to others. When such a coin is combined with a rare error or unique feature, its value can increase significantly. Collectors are always searching for coins that are slightly different from the norm, and these differences can turn an ordinary quarter into a valuable collectible. Professional grading and authentication are essential when determining whether a coin can truly reach a value of $10. Grading services carefully examine the coin to confirm its authenticity, evaluate its condition, and identify any unique features that contribute to its rarity. Once a coin is certified, it becomes much more attractive to buyers because it comes with a guarantee of authenticity. This is especially important for high-value coins, as collectors want to be sure they are investing in something genuine. Collector demand also plays a major role in determining the value of a coin. The 50 State Quarters program remains extremely popular, and many collectors are still working to complete their sets or find rare variations within each state's issue. This ongoing interest helps maintain the value of rare coins, especially those with unique characteristics. The Indiana Quarter, with its distinctive racing theme, holds a special place in the series, making rare examples even more desirable. If you come across a 2002 Indiana Quarter, it is worth taking a closer look. Check for the D mint mark and carefully examine the design for any unusual features. Look for signs of doubling, strange lines, or anything that seems different from a typical coin. Using a magnifying glass can help you spot details that are not visible to the naked eye. Comparing your coin with verified examples of rare varieties can also help you determine whether it might be valuable. At the same time, it is important to keep expectations realistic. The vast majority of 2002 Indiana quarters are common and worth only 25 cents. The idea of a $10,000 coin is exciting, but it applies only to rare and exceptional examples. However, the possibility of finding such a coin is what makes coin collecting so interesting and rewarding. It turns everyday pocket change into a potential treasure hunt. This last coin, the 2008 Arizona State Quarter with a D mint mark in circulated fine condition. At first glance, this coin may look like just another everyday 25-cent piece, but in the world of coin collecting, certain rare examples of this quarter have been valued at around $7,000 in today's auction market. This shows how even modern coins, still commonly found in circulation, can sometimes become highly valuable treasures when the right combination of rarity, condition, and error features come together. The Arizona State Quarter was released in 2008 as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This program was designed to honor each U.S. state with a unique coin design that reflects its history, culture, or geography. The Arizona Quarter is especially popular because it features one of the most iconic landscapes in America, the Grand Canyon, along with a saguaro cactus in the foreground. This powerful design represents the natural beauty and identity of the state. On the front side of the coin, we see the classic portrait of George Washington, which is standard on all U.S. quarters. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. In 2008, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Arizona quarters, meaning that the vast majority of these coins are very common and only worth face value in normal circulated condition. In fact, most circulated examples today still trade at around 25 cents to maybe a few dollars at most, depending on condition. However, rare versions with specific mint errors or unusual characteristics can be worth far more. In circulated fine condition, this coin shows clear signs of use in everyday transactions. The details of the Grand Canyon and cactus are still visible, but there may be noticeable wear, smoothing, and minor surface damage from circulation. The design is still recognizable, but not sharp like an uncirculated coin. Even in this condition, collectors still value such coins if they contain rare features, because condition combined with rarity is what drives value in the numismatic market. So the big question is, how can a coin that is usually worth just 25 cents reach a value of $7,000? The answer lies in rare mint errors and special varieties. During the minting process, mistakes can sometimes occur when the dies strike the coin. These errors can include things like die cracks, die chips, off-center strikes, or doubling in the design. For example, some Arizona quarters are known for small die breaks around the cactus or unusual raised lines in the design. These types of mint errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are unique and cannot be exactly repeated. Another factor that can increase the value is strong collector demand combined with low survival rates of error coins. Even if millions of coins are produced, only a very small number may have a noticeable and collectible error. Over time, many of these error coins are lost, damaged, or simply never recognized, making surviving examples even rarer. When a collector finds a well-defined error on a 2008 Arizona quarter, especially one that is still identifiable even in circulated fine condition, the value can rise significantly. Professional grading also plays a very important role in determining the value of a coin like this. If a coin is authenticated and graded by a respected grading service, it becomes much easier to sell at a high price because buyers trust the quality and legitimacy. A coin that might look ordinary to the average person can become highly valuable once it is certified as a rare error variety. Without grading, many valuable coins remain unnoticed or undervalued in circulation. Collectors who specialize in state quarters are always searching for these kinds of hidden treasures. The 50 State Quarters program remains one of the most collected coin series in history, and Arizona is one of the more visually striking designs. Because of this popularity, even rare error coins from this series tend to attract strong attention at auctions and online marketplaces. If you happen to come across a 2008 Arizona quarter, it is worth taking a closer look. Check the surface carefully for any unusual marks, raised lines, or strange shapes around the cactus or canyon design. Look at the edges of the coin and examine the details under good lighting. Sometimes what looks like damage can actually be a valuable mint error. Even coins that are heavily circulated should not be ignored because valuable errors are often found in worn condition.